This is Paddy Lawrence here, replying to David's John. John, you sent me a challenge, asking me to fight because you're fighting for your namesake, over an argument that happened between my son and your cousin, the same man that you're reading for. Alright, listen to this, John. You should learn how to walk before you run. No problem me and you fighting. We'll fight in 12 weeks' time, and I'll give you a place. We get a fair play man that's not doing no sights. That's the way it is. No problem there. Now, this is back to you, Paddy Sweeney. When my son made a reply to you, he called you Black Paddy. Now, he wasn't being smart or being insulting, but in the bottom of your grandson's page, his Facebook page, he said, Black Paddy's grandson sent challenge to Michael Lawrence. Now, to be honest with you, if you're not happy with being called that, you should tell him to take it down. But if I was you, I wouldn't be too bothered with it, because my grandmother and your grandmother is the same woman, and they called her Black Biddy. And the reason they called her that was because her complexion was dark, and the same reason they say it's you. Now, Paddy, we had a discussion the other day, and we had trouble 27 years ago in the labour exchange. And truthfully, I was there. I was only young for the time. But you said that I done the dirt to you. Oh no, listen, I didn't do no dirt to you because I didn't even put a hand on you. And that's facts. Now, we had a court case, and the transcripts for that is all there. And that's no problem for us getting it and put it on Facebook for the whole world to see. And I tell you the truth, the trouble that happened at Labour Exchange should never have happened. It was wrong on both sides. And there's nothing we can do to change that on either side of this. Now, Paddy, you said the other day that I would walk narrow rivers. When I tell you it's like this, there's a lot of people who walked narrow rivers. There's no one untouchable these days. It goes for one as it does the other. Paddy, I don't have any problem with you, and I don't have any problem with your family. Now, I've been here living in this town for the last 10 years, and my family and your family is in this town, and we never fell out. Now, what happened was my son and John's Michael had a few clouts. Now, John's Michael was talking about my son the night before that. Now, granted, the man was drinking, and my son said nothing, he left it alone. John's Michael was arrested that night, and he was let out next day. My son went down to the house, and he went down on his own. Now, my son went down there on his own, and the 4 boys was there. And Michael went there to check John's Michael not to be bringing his name in. Ended up the boys had a few clouts. But at the end of the day, he didn't dare go there for blagging, and they never blagged him either. And what happened between them was left between them at the end of the day. Now, Paddy, you said in your video that you're a well-respected man. And I'm not saying you're not. But respect has to go 2 ways. Now, at the end of the day, this all began with John's Michael and my son having a few clouts. It was nobody else's business but yours. And at the end of the day, you had fellas jumping in and saying they wanted to fight because it was namesake. Now, granted, me and you might have different names, but at the end of the day, we still have the same blood in our body. Now, Paddy, the other day when Edward Sweeney, rest him, passed away, and God gave him a bed in heaven, we weren't talking to most of Michael's family. Now, fair play to you, and to HO to give it high respect for it, that's the God's truth. You went up there and you spoke up, and you tried to convince them, and for myself and Bridget and my family, going to that funeral. Now, they didn't agree to that. What they agreed to was that Bridget go to the funeral on her own. Now, unknowns to you, Jim come on that night, and he started acting the blackguard on the phone, and leaving messages, what he'd do and what he wouldn't do, right, and all the hate abuse. Now, my woman couldn't put up with that, and that's the God's truth. She couldn't go to see her own brother buried because her other brother was acting a blackguard. And that's what happened with Jim. Now, Paddy, at the end of the day, there's nothing bad happened, and we can move on from it, or this can go around for generations on each side of the family. Now, I'd rather see us move on for it and leave it at that.